Today on Musician's Edition, we're going to look at page 6 out of your Essential Elements book on the mallet section. All right, so the first one we're going to look at is rolling along at the top of the page, number 14. Okay, so remember our process here. The first thing we got to do is either count the rhythm if we need to. In this case, I think we can probably skip that step. I think the rhythm's probably simple enough that we can go on to saying the note names. Okay, so let's say the note names, start at the beginning. 1, 2, ready, go. D, C, B flat, C, D, 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 C, 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 D, F, F, D, C, B flat, C, D, 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 C, C, D, C, B flat. All right, so one of the newer notes there is going to be the F at the top of the staff, right? And you see you have a little diagram here that will help you kind of decipher out what note is what. You can always also just start at a note that you know and then count your way up or down to whatever the unfamiliar note is, okay? So now that we've said the notes, let's think about the sticking. You see there's a note there that says to alternate your sticking, right? And we will do that except for one place that we're going to make a little change. Okay, so if we kind of visualize on the keyboard how our hands are going to line up, we see D, C, B flat, C, that all lines up well. D, 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 right, left, right. And then C, 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 we can play right, left, right there as well. When we get to measure 4, though, if we were to play right, left, right, then you see we would have to cross our left stick over our right, right? We wouldn't actually cross it over. We would have to move our right hand out of the way so we could move our left hand over to that F. So instead of doing that, we're going to play left hand on D and then 2 rights on F. And then from there on, we can alternate our sticking and it all works out okay. All right, so you'll want to take your pencil there and write in that sticking in measure 4. So over the D, I'm going to write L, and then over the F, I'm going to write R and R. Okay, so now I know I just alternate the whole time except for that one measure, and I read the sticking that I just wrote in, which is left, right, right. Okay, let's try it. Number 14. 1, 2, ready, go. You'll notice one sticking thing when I'm alternating on the measures that have a rest on beat 4, I'm leaving out the left hand and starting over at the right hand on beat 1. And that's a good general rule for sticking, is that we want to put our strong hand on strong beats, right? So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put my right hand on beat 1 because we tend to feel beat 1 more strongly than other beats in a measure, okay? So you can keep practicing that sticking. There's nothing wrong with alternating measure 4 like it's kind of indicated in the book to do, but you can see that playing left, right, right makes it just a little bit more efficient, right? Which for this piece probably doesn't matter all that terribly much, but for other pieces that are more complex or faster, things like that, stickings like that are going to help you out. Okay, let's move on to number 16. So in number 16, you see we have a combination of stickings that are both alternated and then some double strokes as well, right? And this is a little more real life. There are very few pieces that you're just going to alternate all the way through, right? Or very few pieces that you're going to play double sticking all the way through. Most of the time it's going to be some sort of combination of the two, you know, maybe relying more heavily on one or the other, but kind of switching back and forth. So this is a really good exercise to get used to that, okay? Now we see the notes are fairly simple. First measure is B flat. Second measure is C, third measure is D, fourth measure is E flat, and then in measure 5, we walk down F, E flat, D, C, B flat, and that takes us to the end. Okay, so let's look at those stickings there. In the first measure, we play right, left, left, and the 2 lefts there is nice because it gives us a chance to get our right hand positioned over C, like we've talked about before, right? So when I play my right on B flat, left, left, as I'm playing the left, so I'm moving my right hand over the top of the C so I can be ready to play that note, right? Same thing in measure 3 and 4. I'm going to play right on D, 2 lefts on D. As I'm playing the 2 lefts, I'm going to move my right hand up over the top of E flat and be ready to play that note, okay? Then at the end, we're just going to alternate it. F, E flat, D, C, B flat. Right, left, right, left, right. Okay? All right, let's try this one, number 16. And 1, 2, ready, go. Three, repeat. All right, so that's number 14 and number 16 from page 6 in the mallet section of your Essential Elements book. Next time we'll dig into another one of these and talk about some more rules we can use for sticking to help make some of those decisions. But for now, have fun with that. Keep practicing that. Keep learning your note names. Remember to go back to our little chart if you ever have a question about what note on the page corresponds with what note on the keyboard, right? And just keep building that connection between seeing the note, thinking the note, finding the note on the keys, and playing the note. All right? I'll see you next time.